So I'm going to start off with two primers. The first one is from MORPHE Step 1 Skin Equalizer as a base mattifying. I'm just going to apply that in the center of my face, basically where I get oily. Then after that, I am going to go in with the Too Faced Hangover primer, and I'm basically just going to apply that in the outside of my face. I feel like it moisturizes a little bit more and it lasts more. And then after that, I'm going to take the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation, and I am in shade 2W2, and I'm just basically going to buff that in with the Real Techniques buffing brush. And here I am taking hair out of my face because for some reason every time I apply foundation, my hair wants to be all up on my face. After that, I'm going to take my Naked Skin from Urban Decay, and I'm in shade Light Warm. I'm basically going to apply that as a triangle shape, and just going to apply that everywhere where I want to conceal and brighten up a little bit. You already know the drill. After that, I decided to contour a little bit, so I picked up the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I used it in the shade Toffee, and I'm basically going to just carve out my cheeks, put a little bit in my temple, contour a little bit my nose and my chin and everywhere else where I want that warmness. After that, I'm going to take my Real Techniques blending, you can say sponge, and I damped it a little bit with water, and I'm just going to blend everything away. I'm going to use the tip of my sponge to blend out my concealer, and then I'm going to use the side of my brush, not my brush, excuse me, of my sponge to blend out my contour. After I blended my life away, I'm going to take the E45 by MORPHE, and I'm just going to blend out that concealer from my nose. And then I'm going to take my fingers to actually blend out my contour. I feel like with the fingers and the contour nose thingy going on, I feel like it works best. And try to blend it out with a brush. You're going to be there forever. Now I'm taking the side of the sponge and I'm just blending the contour away, and I'm doing it in an upper motion so nothing actually doesn't drag down, because then your cheeks will look lower, and you know, you don't want that. You want a nice curve out cheeks. So just take your time and make sure your beauty blender is damp so everything can blend nicely. And any extra product that you have, the beauty blender will make sure that catches that extra product. Just basically blending the contour from my chin, and just blend, 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 and more blending. Then after that, I am going to take my airspun, I hope it's like that, and I'm going to take the same sponge on the tip where I actually apply the concealer. And before I do, I'm just gonna pat under my eyes just to make sure there's any creases down there, because when you do apply that powder and there's creases, the powder is just going to set in those fine lines. So just make sure you either tap it with, you know, the same sponge or your fingers, just to make sure that there's no creasing under there. And I'm doing the same thing on the other eye, just making sure there's no creases, and then I'm applying that loose powder, and then I'm actually just going to apply that everywhere that I apply that concealer, just to set it. I love this powder. It actually sets very nice and lasts for a very long time, and I'm oily, so for it to last a long time, it actually does. And after that, I am going to take my Ulta contour kit, and I'm going to take a Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to use the shade Warmth Bronze and actually just set my, I just had like literally like a moment moment. I'm gonna set my contour. I'm gonna place it everywhere where I actually contoured previously with that cream contour, and I'm just going to take this brush. I don't know what brush it is, but I know it's like a flat, fluffy brush, and just basically going to set my contour, my nose contour, and then blend it out a little bit with my fingers. Then after that, to start with the eyes, I'm going to start in with the creme brulee from MakeupGeek, and I'm going to use my Morphe E22 brush and just buff that into my crease as a transition, so any darker colors that I use will blend out nicely. Then after that, I'm going to take Cocoa Bear, also from MakeupGeeks, and I'm going to go in with the Morphe M433 brush. Sorry, I'm coughing that day. Oh my god, my cough is horrible. And I'm basically going to apply that in my crease, but actually dragging it a little bit out my crease. I don't know if I'm making sense, but basically from my crease down to my outer V, I'm basically going to like go in as a C shape and just blend that in, and whatever is left over of in the brush, I'm just going to apply that in my crease. So after that, I'm going to take the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of that orangey color with this e.l.f. I think puffing brush. I'm not sure. Like I said, everything will be down in the description box below. But I just wanted a little bit of orange, a little bit of more of brightness. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I feel like Cocoa Bear and that orangey color goes perfect together. I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe E22 brush that we use for our transition and just blending everything in, just making sure there's no harsh lines. And then I'm gonna go in with my M433 brush, and whatever is left over of Cocoa Bear, just apply it there. And then I'm gonna go in with Jordana Baked eyeshadow, and this is in shade 201 Vanilla Beans, and I'm just going to apply that on my lid. And then I'm going to take Mocha from also MakeupGeek, and I'm just going to darken out my outer V just a little bit. And I've been loving these Jordana Baked eyeshadows. I picked up, I think it was like 6 shades. I think they sell them in Kmart or any of your drugstores. And they're very pigmented, so I'm loving those. And then I'm going to go in with that e.l.f. fluffy brush just to blend out that outer V and make it, nice and blended, so those harsh lines are not actually, noticeable. And I'm going back in with my M433 Morphe brush and just blending my life away. Now that everything's blended in the outer V, I'm going to go in back with Cocoa Bear, and I'm just basically going to do the same steps just on my bottom lashes and just basically applying that with that e.l.f. fluffy brush, and then going back into the 350 palette from Morphe and taking that orangey color and basically applying it on the top. Then I'm going to go in with that mocha color, and I'm going to take this Vintage Cosmetics more fluffier brush, you can say, and I'm just basically going to darken out my outer part of my under eye, you can say. Then I'm going to take this NYX liner, and I think it's in Brown Perfection. Like I said, everything will be down in the description box because I do not remember half of these products that I use, and I'm just basically going to underline my eye. Then after that, I'm going to take the Milani pomade, and I am in 04 Brunette, and basically going to do my brows. Then I'm going to take the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer, and I'm just going to define my eyebrows just so they can look nice and sharp. And to set that concealer, I'm going to take that first, whitish vanilla color just to set my concealer on my brow bone. Then going back in with my Morphe M433 brush and just blending my life away. And then taking that vanilla bean eyeshadow from Jordana and just placing it in the inner parts of my eye just to bring a little bit more brightness. Now I'm taking the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Liner, I think that's the name of it, and I'm going to take out my mirror and basically just do a little wing liner. After wing liner is done, I'm going to take my Miss Manga mascara from L'Oreal and just gonna put one coat of mascara on my top and bottom lashes just to prep my top lashes for fall season. After mascara is all done, I'm going to take my Ardell lashes in 105 and apply those. And then I'm going to take this NYX lip liner in Ever and just line my lips. And then after that, fill them in with the liner. After that, I'm going to take the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream, and this one is in shade 16 Sweetheart. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lips. I'm loving this bright pinky shade. They have a lot of shades and they're very affordable and they stay on for a very long time. So check them out. And now for blush, I'm going to use this blush called Between Us Sheets. I don't know what I'm reading. And this is from ColourPop, and basically just using a Real Techniques blush brush and just applying that in the apples of my cheeks. And for highlight, also from ColourPop, I'm using Lunch Money, and I like it. It's nice and subtle but very glowing, but it's very pretty. I love it. I need to go buy some more, and they're affordable. They're about like $6. Now to blend out the highlight, I'm just going to go back in with that Real Techniques sponge and just blend that out. Then I'm going to take my Ollie and Olivia stippling brush and just blend everything just to make everything look nice and blended. After that, I'm going to spray my face with some matte finish setting spray from NYX just to set that bad boy. And now for hair, take this pincher out and I'm going to just comb my hair. Then I'm going to use this heat protector from Tresemme and just spray it in my hair. Every time you use anything that has heat, just make sure you use something that protects your hair. I'm going to divide my hair in two, and I'm going to use this Numi Luscious wand set, and I'm going to use the 19mm, and I'm basically going to divide my hair in half, and I'm just going to use maybe an inch of hair. I hopefully hope is an inch, and I'm going to take my hair and I'm going to curl it inwards into the wand, not out to the wand. So I don't know if you see it, but when I take that piece of hair, it's going to go in the wand, and I'm just going to wrap it. So I'm going to let y'all watch my entire hair, how I curl it. And only if you're new, it's not this fast. I take a long time. I'm gonna go in with the Marc Anthony Moroccan oil and just spray this all over my hair. And I like this spray a lot. It gives a nice shine to the hair, but keeps the curls in place for a very long time. Then after that, I'm going to run my fingers through my hair just to soften up those curls and they're not so tight. So I'm just gonna run my fingers through them and just spray a little bit more of that Marc Anthony Moroccan oil spray just in the places I want a little bit more hold. And then after that, I'm just going to style my hair how I want it, bounce it a little bit, play with it. And after that, this look is done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, bye.